So it's 5:30 in the morning and we are heading out to film the range test on the Ownboard Zeus bamboo. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing the range test on the Ownboard Zeus Pro bamboo. Massive battery. Really nice day today. A few clouds in the sky. The conditions, it's 17 degrees currently Celsius. That's about 62 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to be in speed mode 3 for today's ride. I am 101 kilos with gear and hoodie and camera gear. Take that into consideration with the end result. And yeah, we're gonna go for a ride along the waterfront all around Brisbane. Have a look at the sights. The sun has just come up over there. It's pretty pretty. It's pretty beautiful. You know it's early and I haven't had my coffee yet, so until I do that, I'll be mucking up my words. On this ride, we're gonna have a chat pretty much. Check in every 5-10 Ks, as I've already said. We're gonna talk about, do a little bit of a debrief on eSkateCon. Talk about an e-skate or PEV race coming up this month in Australia, which I only really just found out about, unfortunately. And if I had known earlier, I would have tried my hardest to get across to Perth. We'll talk about that. And a couple of other things, a couple of small changes coming to the channel. Very, very small, and you may have already noticed them, but I'll explain why I'm doing it, and I'll explain what those changes are as we go along. So we've got Relive running in the pocket, so we'll be tracking the distance. I'm not gonna muck around stopping it every time I stop at a red light or stop for a coffee, so the average speed will not be accurate. I'm gonna plan to sit on about 25 as much as I can, 25, 30. This time of the morning there will be runners and cyclists out, so we'll just be mindful of those guys. And that's it. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Comment right now what your guess is, taking into consideration all those factors. What do you think my mileage / kilometers will be? And yeah, let's have fun. All right, first update before we get to the first check-in, and that is I wanted to share with you what I've settled on for the configuration for the Zeus Pro bamboo. You know, it comes with the 7-inch pneumatics with those, I'm gonna call them hypercolor wheels. I've tried the 100mm boas, which I really liked, but it just wasn't that usable because it was so low with that massive 13S 5P battery enclosure. So I have now converted to the 155 Hoters, and I've also changed the rims. Wasn't a fan of all the color. So what I've done is I've taken the rims off the bamboo. So the Bamboo Pro, I think they call it, the non-Zeus bamboo, the silver ones. So I've put the silver rims on with the 155 Hoters. And I think now, for me personally, the little bit of color that's left really pops. All right, we've just passed 5 kilometers, first 5K down, first 5 of many, I think. Just a reminder, 13S 5P, this is rocking the Molicel M50s. This is the bigger capacity battery. I'll put the specs on the screen. I know it's not a race cell or a high discharge cell, but what it is a capacity cell. And I love a range board. When I skate, I just don't want range anxiety. And that's why I like the M50s as much as I do. second check-in. We've just passed 10 kilometers. Board's going beautifully. Haven't stopped yet. We're sitting a nice pace of around 25, 30. Excuse me. I've got some dust in my throat. Okay, so where are you? All right, so I've decided to do the river loop, which is probably going to be to the detriment of the range. It's really, really hilly in the back streets on this part of Brisbane. So we'll see how we go, but take that into account. So very hilly. If you want to update your guess now. Maybe just reply to your comment and go updated based on hills. But yeah, super, super steep hills. I've just gone up 3 or 4 of them. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna hopefully make it all the way back to the car. And up next, I want to talk about Eastgate Con, give you basically like my 1-minute debrief and give you my one biggest tip. If you're gonna go next year, I've got one massive tip I think every single person should follow. Super quick check-in. We've just passed 15 kilometers. Board is still showing full bars. Temperature's gone up by 3 degrees, so we're now sitting on 20 degrees Celsius. I'll let you work out the Fahrenheit. I don't want to stop and get my phone out. And it's now, the sun's up, so we've got the sunglasses on. So the temperature should get up to about 27 today. Really nice, rideable temperature. And the plan is to do the full river loop, get back to the car. Hopefully it'll be warm enough, drop the hoodie off, and keep going towards Eat Street or Hamilton. So we should get a pretty good result today. I definitely want to see 40 plus kilometers on this 13S5P with all the conditions I've already mentioned. So that's it for the check-in. We'll check in again at 20 or 25 or when I find a coffee. Massive hill. Will be draining the battery. We have just lost 1 bar coming up that hill, so God, that was like a minute of just constant uphill. So we'll keep on going, but yeah, this was definitely a poor choice for a range test route because of the incline. All right, another quick check-in. We've just passed 20 kilometers, 21.2 to be exact, and we are 1 bar down. That 1 bar was lost going up that massive hill when we came off the bridge near the university. It was a lot steeper than I realized, and I took a wrong turn and went right to the bottom, then had to come all the way back up. So unfortunately that did hurt the range a little bit. Keep watching. Don't forget to comment below any comments or questions. And if you are interested in getting one of these boards, the link and my discount code will be in the description. And as always, it is an affiliate link. If you choose to use it, I appreciate you, I thank you. And obviously I do get a kickback from the company, but you definitely don't pay any extra. So if you use my code, thank you. So we are approaching South Bank. So we'll be a little bit slower now because there's going to be a whole heap of pedestrians. I'm going to find a stop. I'm going to find a place to stop for a coffee, and we'll talk about Eastgate Con and my one massive tip for anyone who's considering going in 2024. So first stop on this range test of the Ownboard Zeus Bamboo Pro. We're at 28 kilometers and we've still only lost 1 bar. I'm pretty sure the second bar is about to go. That's the second bar out of 5. While I have my coffee, I wanted to take 1-2 minutes max and just reflect really quickly on EskateCon. We've been back now for 2-3 weeks, and it's hard to explain if you weren't there the just pure enjoyment that everybody enjoyed. The camaraderie, the mateship, you know, someone broke something, someone had something. You know, I got 2 flat tires in one day. Kerry Judd, the guy who filmed 828, without even me asking, he just heard me say I've got a flat tire. He looked at my board, went over and came back with an 8-inch tube, you know. And I did want to just say a really massive thanks to Mike and Maddie from M-Boards, you know, and their whole team, because this was a full team and volunteer effort. You know, people like John from the UK, awesome dude. I've seen him online. We've never chatted, we've never met. Within 3 minutes, I felt like this guy could potentially be a best mate. You know, just everyone was so nice. But it was the volunteers and it was everyone at the shop and the family members that made it happen. So we've got to make sure we all say a massive thank you to the team for doing this, because this is, like I said in my debrief or my wrap-up video, this is the premier e-skate event in the world right now, and I'm definitely going next year. So now, what's my number 1 tip for attending EskateCon? Well, it's pretty simple, and that is get a gang, get a group, get a pack. If you're going by yourself, join one. Everyone's so lovely, they'll be happy to adopt you. We had a really cool group that just grew slightly throughout the week or throughout the weeks leading up to it. There was myself, Craig from Melbourne, Drew from New York, Thomas from the UK, Eduardo from Sydney, Australia. I think that's it. So we called that the Wolf Pack, and we just had a group chat going every morning, checked them, hey, everyone up, how's everyone doing? And it just worked so well to have that little support group to bounce off each other, to get updates, and to really just have that group of support of, hey, where should we do breakfast? Hey, who's going for a ride? Hey, what are we doing? It worked really well. So that is my number 1 tip. Get a group, get a gang, get a pack, whatever you want to call it. If you don't have one, if you're going by yourself, join one, and yeah, just do it. That's my number 1 tip. All right, so we are fully caffeinated, so hopefully I'll start making a little bit more sense. 28 kilometers in, we're gonna keep riding. I think we're about to lose our second bar. I just have a feeling it can't last too much longer. We're gonna keep going back towards the car now and go past it, going towards Hamilton. So that's another sort of 5-10 kilometers. We'll check in either when I lose the bar or at 30. And up next, I want to talk about a race event that's going on in Perth on the 22nd of April. So I'll talk about it and I'll put the link in the description. So if you're in Perth or if you're going to Perth on that weekend, check it out, because it looks like it's going to be really well run, and it even has local government support. And just like that, we have just ticked over 30 kilometers, and we have just lost our second bar. I had a feeling it was coming. 30k in, second bar down. I'm actually really surprised we haven't lost that second bar sooner, because of all the hills we had over near the university. There were some really steep ones. Board is going beautifully well, no overheat issues, super comfortable. The day is just getting better and better. The clouds have burned off. We're sitting at 21 degrees now. I'm gonna go past the car, drop off the hoodie, keep on riding. It's definitely becoming t-shirt weather. All right, while we are ticking away the kilometers, I want to talk about the Electric Racing League. These guys, or this team, is based in WA, Perth. It's on the other side of Australia, so about a 6-hour flight for me. They are hosting race events. They've got a really awesome one coming up on the 22nd of this month, 22nd of April, and it's actually sponsored or supported by local government and a cultural board. I'm probably getting that wrong, so don't quote me on that. I'll put the link in the description because it looks like all PEVs. They've got one wheel races, e-skate races, EUC races. I'm gonna play a little excerpt from their promotional video. Check it out now. So you can see why I'm excited by this. This looks like a really cool event, and they've got local government support, which is insane, especially for Australia. If you're going, comment below, let me know you're going. I want to talk to you after you've been and get your feedback. Is the event as good as it looks on the website? Because if it is, I'm 100% going to the next one. All right, quick update. We're back at the car. We're on 34 kilometers. I'm gonna drop the hoodie off, change the GoPro battery, and then keep going. The next check-in will be, let's say 45. All right, new GoPro battery in. Next check-in will be about 45 kilometers. We are 2 bars down and the board is going really, really well. All right, quick update. Unfortunately, I've made a bit of a rookie error and I haven't charged my GoPro batteries, my spare one. So this one's on 34%. So we're gonna have to make content choices. So we'll get a little bit of footage as we ride now. We'll check in at 45K and we'll check in every, I guess, 5K after that. I'm still thinking we'll get around 50, maybe 55 kilometers. It's getting warmer, it's now 24 degrees. You can work that out in Fahrenheit. And yeah, I don't know why this battery's not charged. We'll check in at 45 and yeah, we'll get going from there. Next check-in, we have just ticked over 45 kilometers. We're on 45.7. So we are fast approaching my goal of 50, which I'm very, very happy about. So around somewhere between 20 and 40% left. So we're definitely gonna hit that 50 kilometer target, which is fantastic. 13S5P Molicel M50 cells. How are they performing? Well, we're under half and it's still got plenty of get up and go, even in speed mode 3. So we'll do a little bit of a test when we get down to 1 bar. We'll do like a little bit of an acceleration test, which I know will impact the range, but I really want to see how these M50s perform with a 100 kilo rider when they're down somewhere between 0 and 20%. Check in soon. As I said, we're making content decisions now because we've only got 29% battery left. So I better shut up talking. We are almost at the end. We're very close to 55 kilometers. It is starting to sag a little bit, not too much. We've still got acceleration, which is nice. We are down to 1 bar of battery, so that's somewhere between 0 and 20%. But yeah, still performing well, but I think we will stop very, very soon. And I'll give you a kilometer update really quickly. Just hit the cruise control. No one in front of me. Kids don't do this at home. 54.4 kilometers, there we go. Cruise control working on a very slight gradient. So I'm very, very happy to say we will make 55 kilometers, which is my extended goal for today's ride with today's conditions, with my hills, my weight, the hills, my weight, and the speed. Like even right now, we're sitting on 34 kilometers per hour. Really, really happy with this board performance. Okay, so we're down at 10% or below. We had the 10% warning happen about half a K ago. Got a little bit of a long straight. Can't go too fast because there's people everywhere, but I'm just gonna do an acceleration burst with less than 10% to see how it goes. It's definitely sagging, so I'll just say that. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so a massive amount of sag there, but it's definitely still getting up. 27, 28, 29, 30, 33, 34. I can't go too much faster because there's lots of people around. But, you know, under 10%, we're still on 34 kilometers per hour. Those M50s are doing quite a nice job. Where it wouldn't perform right now is on a hill. If we had a hill right now, it would not make it. So that's why I'm gonna call at the end of the test. Up here, there's a cafe about 100 meters away. I'll park up, I'll order a coffee, and we'll do the debrief, talk about the final numbers. Thank you. Talk about the final numbers, and yeah, that'll be it. All right, so before we get started, this is my new favorite drink. It's an iced, sparkling, long black. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's life-changing. About the ride, I think I've earned it. 55 kilometers in total today. Really big ride on the Zeus Bamboo Pro. Really good ride, really fast ride. Felt like we went all over Brisbane. 55 Ks in one stretch with one little coffee stop is no mean feat, and I feel fine. I feel I could go and do it all over again if there was battery left. The board's sitting on around about 8% battery. I'm just roughly guessing that. It was 10%. I've gone about a kilometer since it said 10%. And yeah, so ended up 55 kilometers. We had 255 meters of elevation gain. Where was it? Yeah, 255 meters of elevation gain. Our top speed at one point there at around the 30 kilometer mark was 47 kilometers per hour. Our average speed, again, this isn't accurate, but it says it's 21.5, which I'm really happy with because that means it's probably closer to 30 because I didn't stop it when I stopped for coffees or red lights and pedestrians, that sort of thing. So 21.5 on here means a lot faster in real life. Yeah, really, really good ride. Bamboo Pro, the M50 Molly cells performed really well. Had a little bit of sag in the last 25%, but still had enough acceleration to get well over 30 kilometers per hour, even with the last 10% of battery. So if you're after a range board, this is definitely a good option. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below. Were you close with your guess? Are you happy? Are you disappointed? Was it what you expected? As always, thank you so much for watching. Links and any discount codes will be in the description. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Someone's choking over there. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. You guys enjoy your Sunday, whatever day it is there, and we'll see you next time.
Scotty. Who's Scotty?